The blackened heart, whom lies in cursed reposed, shall in fear have trembling lips at death's last kiss. Hail and welcome to the Black Tower. I am your host, your guide, your brother, the sorcerer Armanasul. We're going to do this a bit differently. So today I wanted to let's go over a few things, shall we? All right. Part of being a sorcerer, part of just being magical in general, is having to overcome your own self. And a lot of that, each and every single one of us have to realize that not only is there this light, caring, heartfelt, giving, sharing, nice, happy-go-lucky person, but we also have within us a shadow. And so for today, let us speak of the shadow self. Let us speak of our hidden self, our true self. Did you know that who and what you truly are and what you're truly about lies buried deep, deep, deep down inside us? And that, when I refer to the shadow self, is what I'm referring to. So we wish to find our true image, our true self. How do we do this? How do we ascend? How do we begin this dark transformation, this gnosis? Well, for myself, I use something called the black flame of Iblis. Now, Iblis was the king of the jinn, who decided that he would not worship man. He would not bow down. He wouldn't do shit for mankind. Oh, hell, Iblis. Take one out of his book. Nor shall we bow, nor shall we bend. But it's a lot more than that. But the beginning step is you have to get angry. You have to get fucking seriously pissed. Pissed at yourself, pissed at your weaknesses, pissed at everything that you have held yourself back from doing, from becoming, from feeling. And you have to get so fucking mad that you decide, fuck it, no more. And when you get to this point of fuck it, no more, then you are truly on the path to becoming. Now then, what you do, go light you a candle, drip some blood in that motherfucker, and straight up say, I feed the flame of self. I am a god. If you're a woman, goddess. Or if you're a male, considers yourself a goddess, knock yourself out. So it's whatever. So drip some blood into the flame and say, I feed the flame of self, that which is a god or goddess. As I feed this flame, I feed myself. May my true self, may my true name, may my true being emerge from this shell that is an illusion. Because the flesh is an illusion. This is just a vehicle. This is how we move about upon this plane. This is how we carry out our life. When you have done this, light some incense too. I mean, just whatever makes you feel powerful, whatever gives you that feeling, that urge. You want to do this. Because the first step upon the path of sorcery, of claiming your own godhood, of ascending, of becoming, of realizing the greatness that's inside us, is we have to get pissed first. We have to get so pissed and so fed up with our own weakness that you're willing to destroy it. The flame that you're feeding is the black flame. The black flame, as I've said before, is the fire of the gods that was stolen and given to man, blah, blah, blah. Hello, here we go. Every time you light a candle, you're not just lighting a candle. Don't allow yourself to think it's a candle. It is a physical representation, manifestation of the true flame inside you. The true light, the true fire, the true energy, the true will, the true drive, determination. Do this once a day. Do this twice a day. It doesn't matter what time of day, what time of night, whichever one's more magical, whichever one makes it come to the surface. Hell, if I was having problems with something like that, I'd start my day off like that. Worship yourself as a god because yourself is a god. Give yourself offerings. You're a god. Now, why is this so important? Because this is the first step of many steps to becoming a true God, to unleashing the power, to unleashing the force, the power inside you. Now, as you continue, I cannot stress enough about internal and external balance. No matter how spiritual and no matter how much of a God you are still flesh, you are still human, and you still have things of the flesh. You're not separating. You're putting them together, making them one. When you have unlocked this drive, this force, this power inside yourself, live your life to that. Don't hold yourself back. Don't allow anyone to hold you back. Become. As you are working through the shadows of self, you're trimming away at the weaknesses that keep you from truly being a very powerful person, a God. Now, some of you out there, I've got no delusions that some of you aren't going to catch this, aren't going to understand this, and the first thing that's going to go happen is you're going to go smart off to somebody because you think you're a God. If somebody requires you going off on them, go off on them, but don't do it because you're a God or because you know you're unleashing this power. But allow this power to, like, let's say that you keep putting shit off. Quit putting shit off. Use this force and this power to fuel your, I'm going to do that. I have to do that. I need to do that. I'm not putting that off. I'm going to do this. And the more that you use that power to accomplish physical, simple things, the stronger your magic is going to become. So that when you light a candle and you do a spell or a ritual or a rite or whatever, trying to manifest something, what's going to happen is because you have developed your will and your intent and followed through with it in physical action, you have made your magic stronger so that when you begin to work your spells, they start to pop. This is how you do this. This is how you build up to that point. This is how you make your spells powerful. Now let's talk a minute about gnosis. Dark gnosis is the understanding and the delving into the depths of self. I myself, I use Ahriman from Persian lore and I will light a candle and offer my blood. And I'll be like, guide me upon the path of ascension. I don't ask them for power and greatness and riches and wealth and all that. No, that's not what ascension, that's not what gnosis is for. Because see, all those things come. They will come to you automatically. But first, you have to feed the inner flame. When you feed the inner flame, the external world is transformed and changed. Think of it as alchemy. This is not just a purification, but this is when you take hot steel and plunge it in cold water and it sets and it hardens. This is what we're doing to ourselves. These workings are considered a forge of souls because you are forging your soul. You're wiping away the dross and the impure. You're burning it off until only the pure gold remains, as the alchemists like to say. Yeah, we let there be no distinguishing between left and right, up and down, in and out. Let them be one. All things are one. Make the internal world, make the external world mimic the internal world. As you're developing the inner you, do the physical steps. Control your diet. Control this, control that. Whatever part of control that you actually can wield over your life, even if it's something as small and simple as taking a walk once a day or whatever, any activity, any kind of physical action that is backed by your will strengthens this. Then find a spirit. And this is where I'm talking about with the dark gnosis. You're going to, you can use Tiamat. You can use Tiamat and Apsu. You can use Kingu. If it's in the Necronomicon, you can use anything like that. If you're going to use a Necronomicon spirit, there is one that I have recently, like in the last month, contacted and worked with, Ishnigarad. This is a very old god. Extremely old. There aren't but just a few pages that even say anything about this being. Out of pure curiosity, I called this spirit, summoned it, evoked it, and when it left, the remnants, the essence, was still clinging to me. It's that old, that powerful. And I would ask him, guide me into ascension. Awaken the blackened flame. Allow gnosis to occur. Teach me what I need to know. Teach me how I may become. And that's just the general gist of it, you know. But the thing behind all this is that I got tired of doing this channel because the way it was going. Because I love the Necronomicon. That's all there is to it. But first and foremost, I love the black flame within myself. And if it empowered me, if it's helped me through depression, from suicide, if it has enriched my life. I've been married going on 15 years this year. I've had my ups and my downs. But because I chose my flame to tend to, it has enriched my marriage. It's enriched my friendships. Hell, it's got rid of friendships that, seriously, they weren't friendships to begin with. Because if somebody's only your friend when they need something or want something, that's not a friend. Or those people who just give you just enough to keep you right there, but they're never truly there. You don't need people like that. And if you feel like you do, I feel sorry for you. You have my sympathies. You don't have my pity, because I don't even pity myself. See, when you're unlocking the true strength of self and the true strength of character, and this blackened flame truly comes alive, you do not abide weakness of self. This doesn't mean you put down other people. No. It means you look at them and you realize, real simply, some are going to make it and some are going to fall. It's just like plants. You go out into a field and you plant a bunch of seeds. All those seeds aren't going to take fruit. Some are, some are not. The path of a sorcerer is a very, very long road. It's a very dangerous road. Not because, it's because of all these negative spirits and entities. It's kind of like drugs and alcohol. It doesn't bring anything out of you that does not already exist inside you. You bring fear, hatred, and grievances and shit into your magic. Working with these spirits, and guess what's going to happen? That's what they're going to give you. You step into a circle, and the first time you try to summon a demon, and your thought is, oh my goodness, I got to have a magic circle so it doesn't kill me. Man, if that thing tries to beat the shit out of your circle, you did it to yourself. That spirit didn't do it. But if with an open heart and open mind, you realize that demon was broke down from daemon. Daemon just meant spirit. So they're all spirits. And some great demons that they call kings or princes or any of this other stuff, they're just really old gods. Really old gods. And most spirits are entities. They're usually the the familiar spirits of these greater beings. It's like if you're working with Ishna Garab, first off, you work with Ishna Garab, you're going to realize one thing. If you come with towards him and or whatever, he only responds and reacts if it is in connection with Tiamat and Apsu. He recognizes those two as over him. So he is a familiar spirit of theirs, and a very powerful one. A very old one. So there's a spirit that you may not have heard about, that no one's probably ever talked about or even give you anything on. You know, I summoned him. I lit me a little white candle, put some dragon's blood, honored Tiamat, honored Apsu, and summoned him. And when he came quickly and he came quite strongly. And not just that, I wanted to test the spirit to see what was it capable of doing. Ishna Garab is known as the answerer of prayers. Oh boy, is he, but let me tell you something. Once or twice to ask him for something, cool, but keep one thing in mind. That's not the kind of spirit he is. That's not the kind of God he is. He's not the genie in the bottle. And he'll make it very clear to you. But what he does is shares knowledge, wisdom with you. So in that sense, he is a familiar spirit of Tiamat and Apsu, the twin serpents, the mother and the father, who created these ancient ones, who were before time within darkness. That's Ishna Garab. It's a very, very awesome spirit to work with, by the way. So if you want to keep it in Necronomicon style, for gnosis, for dark gnosis, think Tiamat and Apsu. Now, Apsu, whose body lay hidden in a crevice because the elder gods killed him and all this other stuff, and you're thinking you can't contact Apsu? Yes, you can. Tiamat was killed by Marduk, and yet you can communicate with Marduk. I mean, with Tiamat. Same goes for Apsu. There you go. There's your right and your left. There's your black and your red. That's your force and your form. And with that in mind, if you're trying to go for dark gnosis, work with Tiamat and Apsu. The familiar spirit is Ishna Garab. Ishni Garab. You can create a sigil or talisman or whatever works for you to contact, to connect with this spirit. For me, it was just the name and the vibration. And because I'm kind of good at calling spirits, even ones that I've never heard of, know anything about, keep the mind clear. Don't try to assume anything about any of those spirits. Allow them to show themselves to you in the way in which they wish to show you themselves, because they will present themselves in a certain way particular to each individual. So the way Ishna Garab appeared to me may not be the same as the way it would appear to you. But with that being said and done, so if you're following Necronomicon and you wish to work with dark gnosis and to work on your ascension, and ascension is the evolution of your spirit, of letting go of weakness, of becoming stronger, of becoming forged in fire, strong as iron, is your will. Because, see, that's the true secret of sorcery, is your will. Will. Your willpower. How hard-headed are you? But not like hard-headed, but like how spiritually strong are you? Willpower is everything to a sorcerer. Because it is by the names of the ancients and the power of my immortal soul do I declare this. That is the ending of any spell that I work. In my heart of hearts and in my mind. I honor the ancient ones. I honor these old gods. It's in my mind. With my words, I stand as a sorcerer. I am the sorcerer, or Amanasul, child of, priest of, but I am my own God. That way, any offering I give is a respectful gift, a gift from one God to another God. Not worshiping. Oh yeah, lots. Well, I take that back. I do worship, but not like you would think. I don't like grumble. Oh, please do this for me. No, no. But I honor it and I worship it for being so great and so powerful and so awesome. But I also make it a point to do the exact same thing to myself, to that flame within me. I worship the flame, the spark of godhood within me. I give blood to myself. I light a candle and incense to myself because see, this is also important. This is how you work with beings on a sorcerer path without actually turning the whole, oh, please do this for me, please do that for me, because most of the time you could do it for yourself. If you lack the willpower, build the willpower. If you're lazy, it's not going to work for you. But this is how you go from being lazy and incompetent to being competent, able, and a fully powered sorcerer. This is the true secret that they spend so many books and words and everything else talking about, and everybody wants to, oh, you pay me, I'll show you how to become this and how to become. No, no, no. Do it yourself. Do it yourself. Become your own God in your own way, doing it the way you wish to do it. But these are the simple keys and secrets to it. That being said and done, I wish each and every one of you peace, blessings, and power. Till next time.